Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth, and here on my YouTube channel I talk about faith, fitness, and self-development. So if you like any of those, make sure you go ahead, like, and subscribe. And today I just want to kind of give a life update because I have so much things to do, but I want to, be grounded and just express myself, and I'm in a reflective mood. I think that's what it is. I'm in my cycle of this month, so I'm in a very reflective mood. And I just feel like I've just been on the go so much these past few days, go, that I'm not having as much internal talk as I used to, and reflective, because everything's just so fast paced. I have to process new things. I'm learning new things that's happening and keep it going. Like, I don't have as much time as I used to back then, when I would just sit with myself and think about a situation for, let's say, more than a day. And it's good, and it's also not good in certain ways. But I definitely see how much I've grown as a person throughout nursing school. So a little update. I'm in my second semester of nursing school, and I'm more than halfway done with the second semester. And even thinking about how when I first started nursing school, how much I've changed as a person, how much I've just grown as a woman, and just how much I've changed the way I see the world, myself, relationships, all these things. Even after my psych rotation, that in itself changed my whole outlook on, medications, on mental health, and just even myself. Because I'm gonna ramble on, but basically, I used to be on medications. Well, I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder back in basically 3 years ago. And I started taking the medications for a month and went cold turkey, left it. And then after that, started coping with myself, because I used to get panic attacks ever since I was 12. And so during my mental health rotation, a lot of things came up in my life that I feel like I was going through so much spiritual warfare, and not knowing if it was like me versus like me versus other things, you know what I mean? And it definitely changed my outlook on God as well, not being too extreme in spirituality, because spirituality is great, but when we go too deep into God told me this, God told me that, looking for signs and looking for that. Yes, it's important to look for signs and wonders, like from God, because it says that in the Bible, right? But there are certain times in your life where, or in your brain, that it gets to a certain point of obsession. Like, it's good to be self-aware, but when you become self-obsessed, I feel like is when it becomes dangerous. And I personally just have a very addictive personality. I'm addicted to certain foods and will eat it every day until I'm tired of it. So that's just my personality. And even knowing, okay, this is my personality, and like people have certain personalities, and they even say like a certain age, like that's just their personality. You just become antisocial. You just, box yourself into these personalities that the DSM-5 criteria says that you're this personality. But then what I've grown to see in my personal life with even, my mental health, is I see myself in a lot of these things. You know what I mean? I see myself in a lot of the things that I see, like the patients, what they're going through. I see myself in them. And that's just because I'm having a human experience. Everyone in this world is having a human experience. It's just also the interpretation of how we're seeing our life experience. So perception, because we all could be going through the same things in our head, but then is our perception like of it aligning with the reality? You know what I mean? Like, is what's going on here matching with what's on the outside? And I think even with my panic attacks, right? Like, I got back into medications, and I want to simplify what even medication I was on. So it's called selective serotonin uptake reuptake inhibitors. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Yeah, SSRI. So that's a major treatment for, depression, anxiety. I think it's just depression. It's an antidepressant. And so I was taking it 20 milligrams. And, the thing about medication too is like the education when it comes to symptoms of or side effects of the medication. So a lot of the testing questions were like, assess for suicidal ideation for the first 2 weeks, or like in 10 days. And so when I got on the medication, I felt like going on it the second time, I'm more empathetic on what patients go through with certain medications. I was in the lowest dose of SSRI, antidepressant. Imagine someone going through a manic episode having this like crazy amount of milligrams of their medication. I'm in nursing school. I'm a nursing student. I'm going through it all at the same time taking care of my patients. And so it really made me see the world in a different way of like there are certain like things in our life that we have to go through so then we can, empathize with other people. So then, you know what I mean? We can be their hope or their hand when they're going through it because they might not know to the extreme of how badly they're going through it. But then you see yourself, you might not be fully healed. That's the thing with mental health is there's no take this medication and you'll be all be well, period. It's not like that. There's no cure for mental health. There is no one cure that's like if you take this, your mental health problems will go away. You just manage it because we all go through traumas in life. We all go through different types of things in life that we all have to find ways to just cope. And, there are coping mechanisms that are good and that are bad, maladaptive and that are good. Coping mechanisms that we don't even realize that we do. So even like being self-aware in that area, oh, that's why I do this. That's why I do this. And it just changed my outlook in life. And I prayed so much. I think this was the clinical rotation thus far. I mean, I've only been into like, let's see, 1, 2, 3 different units, really. Where out of those 3, this one is where I prayed for my patients the most. Literally the most. Because it's like you don't know what's going on in their world, but that's their reality. That is their perception of the world. And so it really did change my life. And nursing school, anyways, is changing the way I see things, how I'm changing as a woman, how I'm even showing up to my like relationships in life. Like relationships are so important because if you go through things alone, then you start talking to yourself and start basically going crazy. Admit it or not, we need people, we need support. And I think that's why also for me, like what I've also been challenging myself is exposure therapy in a way of like, I'm scared of, being close to certain people. So let me learn how to be close to people, creating boundaries. Do I feel comfortable with this? Can I speak up when it comes to certain things? Or do I just go with the flow because I'm too scared to speak up, And so I'm changing in that way. I'm changing in the way that I see fear because it's really just you versus you. Like, it's literally, God is always on your side. It's just you versus you. Like, that's just my honest opinion. I don't know if it's biblical or not, but I really do feel God gives us so much grace that we can make mistakes and, like, we're never going to get it right all the time. And if you just stop getting up, like, I've had patients who are depressed. I feel like I was going through a state of depression also in my clinical rotation in mental health. I was getting depressed to the point where I was dragging myself, you guys. I was dragging myself. But sometimes moving your body and getting out of your head is what literally did help me most of the time. Because I was going through also relationship problems. You know what I mean? And if anyone is in nursing school does not have time for you to wait and lolly-dotty and move on from certain things in life. No, life keeps going. And that's just the reality of life. You know what I mean? Yes, take time to heal. Yes, and do this. But nursing school does not wait on you. Tests will come. Exams will come, assignments will come, clinicals will come, patient research will come. And this is before your 12-hour clinical shift too. So if you miss a certain point, you're going to have to restart or unfortunately drop out of nursing school. So it's also helping me in that area. I thought I was already resilient, but the way that this program is literally making me even more resilient is insane. Like, I feel like I have tunnel vision. Nursing school. I want to become a nurse. I want to help people. The more I know, the more I can help people. And I just see things differently too with family because when we're in our sick beds, I see, moms and like their kids and their husband rotating just to be there with a mom. That's just something that I've also like thought about. You know what I mean? Like, If I have kids, you know what I mean? Will they do that for me? If my mom gets sick, how will I act? You know what I mean? Will I give a part of my life to take care of her and to go through this, you know what I mean, like lifestyle change? And it's really those things that really matter in life, relationships matter. Relationships do matter, because I used to be the type of person, I only need me and Jesus and that's it. Don't matter. Nobody else matters. It's true to a certain degree, but if you become obsessed and literally take that literally, you're gonna suffer, because we are creatures, not like we're creatures or habit, duh. We are made to be social, and it's good to be out there, even learning how each like, oh my gosh, it's become nerdy, but even knowing like what, your norepinephrine, epinephrine, when it comes to, like having a panic attack, your parasympathetic nervous system and your sympathetic nervous system, what that happens in your body, trauma, how that responds to the body, how that stays in the body. And it's just so insane how we really re-traumatize ourselves. Like, for instance, when you have a panic attack, I can speak about that because I basically go through it myself. When you have a panic attack, right? If you run away from when you're being triggered, you're telling your body that it's not safe. Unless it's really unsafe, don't run. Stay with the feeling of having a panic attack, because if you run away, you're telling your body, having a panic attack, you're not safe in your own body. When you have a panic attack, sit and be grounded. Take a deep breath and say that this too shall pass. I know that time will pass, and it may feel like you're underwater for so long, but you're breathing. You are breathing. You are still alive. Be grounded and just tell yourself that, because I know it's harder said than done. We're like creating all these scenarios in our head. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I've been there, and it's so exhausting. I know there are times where I'm just at home having panic attacks after I have panic attacks, and I'm just at home, okay? At home. And I'm exhausted the next day. I didn't do nothing, but I was exhausting because my body and my mind was still working. So, with that being said, closing this video out, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, go to the gym, eat well. I'm speaking for myself because I've gained 20 pounds. I don't know if you guys see it. I gained 20 pounds. Also, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates will affect how you even breathe, believe it or not. But yeah, you guys, it's insane. This world is crazy, but there are amazing people. And believe it or not, someone needs you. I don't care who you are, somebody needs you. Somebody is dependent on you to, help them even reach to a certain point in their life, major or minor, even just a smile. Like, somebody needs you. We all need everybody. We all need each other. We all need each other, and no matter how high you think you are or how low we think you are, we all need each other. And just be nice to each other. Let's be kind to each other, especially when we're mad. I know it's hard. Especially when we're in relationships, that we could just be truly ourselves, that we stop, asking how does this affect this person, because we're so overly consumed with me. We all need each other. Family is important. Say I love you to people. Say I love you to your family, because you never know when's their last day. And yeah, let's just make everyone around us that we love, let's make them feel loved. And let's not hold on to grudges. Ooh, that's hard. Let's not hold onto grudges, and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. I'm the type of person that when I make a mistake, or when I say something, I overthink it, overanalyze every single little thing, overanalyze things. Let go of that. Because half of the time you're thinking about it more than anybody else is even thinking about it. It's not that big of a deal. I know it may feel like it's a big of a deal, but let go and let God. But yeah, you guys, you're not perfect. You'll never be perfect. Give yourself grace. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to others, but most especially be kind to yourself. Watch how you treat yourself, because that's how you would treat other people. Yeah, that's all I have. I have to do so many things. I don't want to do it. But yeah, you guys, I just wanted to film this video because I have this, not fear, but I have this thing in my head, right? I'm like, I don't know when's my last day here on earth is, but I want to, know that every day of my life I'm working towards my purpose. And I don't specifically know what my one true purpose is, but I think I have many purposes in different parts of my life that I want to film the journey. I want to, show my journey because this is life. Life is about the journey. You know what I mean? We're always having goals, we're always having destinations. But the moment we get to our destination, then what? There's another journey ahead of us. So even in my head, right? I don't even know if this is biblical or not, but even in my head, right? Even if we pass away, there's going to be a journey in being in the afterlife. You know what I mean? So that's just how I see life. I've always filmed YouTube videos, even from the start of high school, I think. So this is me. This is the truth of me. I'm 21. I'm turning 22 next month. That's so crazy. I even filmed my 20th birthday here, you guys. I think that's it. I think 21, and 20. I don't think I filmed my 19th birthday. But yeah, you guys, that's just my rant of the night. I hope that you got something from this video. And yeah, have a blessed night. Bye.